Hello, welcome. Stress Relief Yoga. Luna, you're hearing in the background there. So gather your belt and a block. And we're going to start in child's pose today. So come onto your knees and then press the hips back to the heels. Now, child's pose, you can either have your legs parallel, knees parallel as you press back, and the arms are going to be straight out. Or if you want to start opening the hips, you have the knees open, the feet together, and press all the way back towards your heels. And then let's look down at the mat and comfortably close your eyes. And take some quiet breaths here. Going to declutter the mind, untangle the tension in the body, simply by engaging the breath and visualizing the breath clearing and cleaning everything within you. The tissues, the fibers, the fascia, the lungs, right down to the very cells. And then walk your hands over to the left and put the right hand on top of the left. Move over so you can see for a twist here. Come back through center. Reach out with your right hand and put the left on top. Just quietly opening up the obliques, the side of the body. And then bring yourself up, reaching forward and stretching all the way back. We'll take a spinal roll here just to alert the spine that we're moving it, the spine, the staff of the body. Bend your elbows and come up. Turn your head to the right and then to the left. Chin to chest. And then bring it all the way back up. Stretch your shoulders, pressing them down and open in the back. Imagine someone is placing their palm in between your shoulder blades and helping you press out that upper spine. And then let's bring ourselves all the way down onto the mat. Release activity in the spine by crisscrossing your legs. And then stretch yourself out. Bend up the left leg and pull it in for the quad stretch here. Reach forward with the right arm. Left hand underneath, come onto the side, keep that leg bent, and bring it over there to the side, knee is up. Bring the knee up towards the shoulder. Let's straighten it up, flexing the foot. And then bend it and step it in front this time. A different feeling in the hip joint. And roll yourself back onto your stomach, pulling that right arm back. Left arm reaches forward, bend up the right leg, and pull it in. And just notice or observe how much further one leg might be than the other, how much more nimble, how easier it is to stretch that quadricep muscle, or maybe it's the knee, the joint just releases easy. Simply something to observe, no right or wrong. And then put your right hand under your underarm, roll onto your left hip, and bring that foot behind your other leg. Stretch up the leg. And then when you bend it, bring it in front. Marveling at all the sensations within the thigh and hip joint. And then from here, let's just roll onto our backs. Getting my strap ready. Put it around the ball of your foot, stretch that leg up, flex the other one. Plug it in. Body feels nice, secure, intact. Right arm's on top, left's on bottom. Open it out to the side. Press down that left hip. Remember, energy goes where your attention goes. So your attention is on your left hip, left shoulder, and then the inner thigh here. It's bouncing around. So this is, although it's a static stretch, you're actually being active. So it becomes an active stretch. And then let's pull it up and take it across all the way over. So you've got to come onto that left hip to bring that leg all the way over as far as you can go today. And then pull it back up and take your foot around in a circle, both ways. Bend up the left for the sciatic stretch. Remember, you can always keep the foot down or you can pull it in. Once in, straighten the left leg. From here, cross the knees and bring the foot down. And let's let both knees fall to the right. Deep spinal twist. And then release it. And we'll do the same with the other leg. I'll turn around. Got a duck I need to check out there. Okay. Sorry. I could see my cat staring at the duck and I wanted to make sure everybody was good. Let's take that left leg up, the left hand on top, and open out to the side. Bring it back up, take it across and roll over onto the right. Remember, you can always put your block under the calf or the foot so that you can hold your stretch released without strain. We're opening up the body, we're not straining it, we're training it. Bringing it back up, release, and take your foot around in a circle one way and then the other. Cross it over, and let's pull it in. Straightening the right leg. Continue to press in. It's an isometric stretch. You're pushing one way against or bringing it in the other. And then bend down, cross the knees, open up, and let's fall to the side. Come on back up and raise up both legs. Always nice to reverse the blood flow. Our feet take so much battering from our bodies. Hold underneath your thighs. You're going to come up into boat pose. Coming up. And release it down. Pressed. Open up the palms, closing the eyes, and let's take a breath into a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enjoy the pause between the inhale and exhale, and then release to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take some purifying breaths, feeling it go all the way into your very cells, into the atoms within the cells, into the molecules. Stretch out the arms, lift them up, inhaling up and exhaling down. Spinal twists. Inhale and exhale. Over your right shoulder, over the left, eyes to the right. Take both hands up and bring them up and over and over. As you do this, feel the energy between the two fingers. Suddenly you're carrying an energy ball. Keeping it up, and then release it as you look over your left shoulder. Turning the head to look over the right, eyes look to the left. Inhaling up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Taking it down, bringing it into heart center. Bring your arms behind you and lift up the chest, gathering in as much energy and breath as you can. Hold your breath here and then lock it in, chin to chest, belly. Pelvic lock as you bring the top of your head down towards the mat. Once again, bathing all of your inner organs down to the cellular level. And then take yourself back up, bringing the shoulders up and down, up and down. Hands on the shoulders and gently rotate. And the other way, releasing the tension from the jaw. Keep the jaw relaxed, hips are relaxed, and shoulders. Reach out, reach out. Rounding the spine and opening it and rounding and opening. Let's circle the upper body over the lower. And then go the other way. Is anything crackling? It's all right as long as it's not hurting. Building up fluid in the joints that are so needed to keep everything mobile. And now let's come on to all fours. So be sure and take something for your knees if anything is hurting them. That's not the point of this pose, to have pain in the knees from a surface. So let's come up onto our knees and we'll cat-cow here. Spreading out the fingers and inhale up and exhale round. Stretch that right leg back. Press through all your toes and then bring it over to the left and twist thigh to thigh. Come back and keep it back there. We're going to roll over the foot. So toenails down, and this time the left toes are pressed under so that you can lift up and down, rolling over the back of the foot, up and down. Take the foot forward, uncurl your toes, and once again lift up and down, up and down. Left leg stretches back and across, twist. Keep it back, release. Curl the front toes, press up and down. Up and down. Bring the foot forward, uncurl the toes, and the same. Up, down, up, down. Bring both knees together. Come up, inhale up for the Tibetan Sun Salute. Little back bend. Open the arms, going to slide down, pressing forward into Baby Cobra. And again, press up. Bring yourself back and inhale up. Curl the toes under. Turn to the right and bring the right arm down to the heel and over. If it's not to the heel, it's to the thigh. Inhale, back bend. And turn to the left, reach for your heel, thigh, whatever you're reaching. And open up the obliques. Coming back down. Step forward. And let's rise up again, inhaling up and open to warrior two. Twisting, feeling familiar, and windmill back down. Stretch open that front leg, and let's walk forward. And back. And forward again. Both hands are inside the foot. Curl the toes, lift up. Bring the knee down. One hand on either side, bow, and pull the leg back. Left one steps forward. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Reverse. And one hand on either side of the foot. Stretching it out. Come into half split, deep lunge. And back. And forward. Both hands inside. Lizard, so curl the toes under, lift up the knee. Bring it down, hands on either side. And let's come on back to all fours and do a cat-cow here. Coming to standing, curl your toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Pedal. Let's take the hips to the left and to the right, and then circle around. Circle and circle. Both heels to the right and to the left. And then walk up to your hands, forward fold. Press up halfway and push your spine out. And then come back down. Once more. Up, press out, arms out, and inhale yourself up. Exhale the arms to the center. So let's stand for a moment in mountain. This time stand with your feet together touching. What that does is help maintain the balance a little bit. It's more of a balance challenge than if we have our feet slightly apart. So while you're standing here, see how it feels to close your eyes. If you're uncomfortable, of course, open them up. And then let's just step apart a little bit and come up to Temple Mudra. So inhale the arms up, 2 fingers pointing upwards. And over to the right. Bring yourself up. Turn to the right. And then take yourself back. Over to the left. And up. Turn to the left. And back. Bringing the arms around. Heart center. Left behind the right. And shoot the arms out to the right. right behind the left, shoot out to the left. Take the hands around the back. This package, press down, lifting up the heart, up the chest, and then start to bring yourself forward. Arms are up. And bend forward. You can release the knees if you like, so you can touch the ground. And then press yourself out, up, and inhale up and down. Take your block and squeeze it between your thighs. Coming into chair pose. Inhale back, exhale into chair. Squeezing it. Inhale and exhale. Hold it here a little lower. Inhale, exhale. Coming back up, you can release the block. Just have it near you. We're stepping into warrior one. Step forward, warrior one, and back, warrior two. While here, come onto the ball of your front foot and press forward and deeper. And then put your heel down and open to warrior two. Let's make an arrow. Bring that left arm forward, shoot, and aim high. Straighten your leg and shift forward into your triangle pose. If you feel in your triangle that you're coming forward, as we all do, reach behind you for your block so that you're pressing back. And then once here, let's bend that front knee, put your hand on your hip, take your block if you're using it a little further up, coming into half moon. So remember, my toes are pointing out to the left and they're going to stay in that direction, my back toes. And otherwise, I'm going to bring my leg in, lift it up, keep my body in that same warrior one or warrior two position. And then come back. Warrior two, warrior one, and we're back. Let's try the other direction. Stepping forward with the left and back with the right. Warrior one, up on the balls of the toes. Step down, arrow, tighten that right, pull back, and up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Shoot forward into your triangle. Bend the leg, hand on the outside of the foot, and up a little. Now, last time we dragged the foot in to lift it up. This time we can try and lift it straight up or not, or do it the same way you did it before. Just keep the hips open. Same triangle position, but the left back leg is lifted. And then release it. Back to your warrior two. Back to your warrior one. And up. going to do tree into eagle. We usually do eagle into tree. So it's a nice little variation. In tree pose, let's have our arms straight up, and that way will be easier to bring them into the eagle arms. Right leg's gonna lift first. So inhale your arms up. And then exhale into your tree. Start to bring the leg in front. And the left arm is over the right. Bend as much as you like into your eagle pose. And hold this for 3 breaths. When you're ready to come out, release up and down. Always remember, if you fall out of a pose, just get back in. It's not how many times you fall out, it's how many times you get back in. As in life, it's not how many times we fall down, it's how many times we get back up. Change your thoughts, change your perspective, and you change your world, you change your life. Left leg coming up. Inhale. Exhale. Right arm's coming over left. Release. And up. And down. Let's come into pigeon by going to downward facing dog. So release your arms up. Forward fold. Lengthen the spine. This time reach your arms out. This isn't up deep enough downward facing dog. So you step back. As you step back, you keep pushing away from your hands, keeping the hips as much as you can over the heels. Let's step in a little bit with the left foot so we can lift up and release the right. Bend it for wild dog. And then pull that right knee forward behind the right wrist. Several choices to modify this pose. One is a lot of people like to keep the knee bent and the back one here. Others enjoy making the shin parallel to the mat. Then you have to keep pressing that hip down. Now, if your hip is way up and it's uncomfortable, by all means, use a block. And sometimes we put the block under the right hip. And that opens it up and allows us to have the other leg back. The other choice is toes smooshed into the mat, or more active is lifting up that back knee and folding your back toes under. So experiment what works for you today in this moment, and then come into your sleeping pigeon. And you can also have your block as a pillow to sleep. press up from here. If your toes aren't already curled under, curl them under so we can release this right leg. Press up and release the right leg and bring it down. Step in with the right and lift up the left. Bend it and open your hips. Rolling forward. Left knee, left wrist. And adjust yourself here. So once again, I'm bringing my leg up, parallel my shin to the mat. Because that's what I try to do to keep my hips open. You may do something different. I want to keep my back toes curled under, but I'm going to flatten them just for the relief. I'm starting to come down in sleeping pigeon with or without my block. And then coming up, let's press up. You want to do the same, so we'll relieve this leg. Relieving the left, taking it back up and down into our downward facing dog, where we'll dangle for a moment here. From there, we've got to get down to our back. So let's come into a squat. Widen the legs, press down. And as always, this is uncomfortable. Use your block to support you with your knees. And then when we're ready, hopefully it's not a big drop for you, we're bringing our butts down to the mat. Stretching out the legs, and we're ready for a brief 4 to 5 minute Shavasana. Onto your backs. The most important part of the practice is this letting go, this release, this finding your body at peace and finding the space between your thoughts. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. Take a breath in and think, I am. And then with your exhale, breathe out, at peace. Inhale, I am. Exhale, at peace. Bring up your knees. And turn to your left side, which is the more peaceful, cooler side. It's also the side of the moon, of quiet, of sleep, of digestion. And stay here in this fetal position. Breathing in, I am. And breathe out, good enough. Inhale, I am. Exhale, good enough. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself back to your seated position. Crossing the legs in front of you. Remember, you can always cross at the ankles or flatten the knees by flattening the feet. Firmly place the hands together. Let's let the thumbs touch heart center so you can feel your breath on the tips of your fingers. And then bring them up. Put a little pressure right in the middle of the third eye there, calming. So that we can think calm thoughts. Bring them to your lips. So we speak kind words. And then to heart. So that we have integrity and consistency of spirit in our thoughts and our words. From the divine in me to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you and see you next time.